Welcome to the Hassan Saad Show. It's your host, Hassan Saad, and today I have a very special guest. Honestly, couldn't have completed this podcast without having Coach Muhammad Ayoub, also known as Ayoub Tyson, the one and only, my first boxing coach, the coach that got me into boxing. And today we're going to talk about boxing. We're going to talk about Coach Muhammad Ayoub's life. Coach Muhammad Ayoub, إيه الأخبار؟ عامل إيه? How's it going, man?
والله الحمد لله رمضان وصيام الحمد لله رب العالمين. الله إن شاء الله يعيد علينا الشهر وعلينا وعليكم بالخير يا رب والبركات إن شاء الله.
Coach, it's a pleasure having you here.
والله it's my pleasure, my brother. We know you since how long now, Hassan? 7, 8 years, more than 8 years. Yeah?
More than 8 years, probably since 2014. 2014,
yeah.
I think 2014.
14.
Almost
since,
10 years.
Primal opened their gym, yes, brother. 10 years, yeah.
I remember I came to you when I was a big guy,
yes.
and I joined boxing, and the rest is history. صراحة.
Yeah. No, but honestly, one of my favorite fighters.
Habibi.
He uses brain. That's what we need, you know?
Counter punching.
Yes.
Oh man, Coach. Wallahi, fa'alan, it's nice to have you, first of all.
Thank you, my brother.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Coach.
So, you know me, as people know me, I'm Ayoub Tyson. I'm boxing coach. I've been doing this apparently since I was 14. Like if we want to count how long, it's like a long time, you know? Since I was 14 years old. My first pro fight was at 15.
15
which
years
is not
old.
allowed. If you go outside, like United States, if you want to fight pro, you go 18.
Mhm.
The only country allowed to go pro at 16 years old is Mexico. I got into a fight around 15. I was going to 16. So this was my first pro fight.
Oh.
It was Arab World Boxing Championship. It became now Arab World Boxing Championship. So it got hosted in Ajman, and then now it became Arab World Championship.
Wow.
Yes, so I won my fight. I fought on my weight was always light heavyweight, 84. So I had through this journey from 14 years old until now, it's been nice, you know. I've been fighting, then I've been teaching, then I've been seeing what I've been practicing and teaching people. Actually, it's it works, you know. So you can say boxing mostly been all my life. That's what I've been doing most of my life. I've been training people in the military as well. Then I retired. Mostly that's.
So you're a military coach.
Yeah,
you're
it's
a
all
boxing
violence.
coach.
Violence in a good way.
Beast.
Violence against bad people.
Violence against
Yeah.
bad people. I don't promote violence at all. No.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But I promote
Self-defense.
Yeah, you need to
Self-defense.
protect yourself. That's the whole idea. You know, don't be violent. Don't attack nobody. Don't show off. You know, when you need it, use it.
Self-defense is important. What's your favorite thing when you see يعني أحسن حاجة بالنسبة لك أنت when you look at when you're coaching someone? What's your favorite thing about coaching?
So if I want to coach someone, what we go through, first thing we go through, you mean?
Boxing, like your personal training, your coaching boxing.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about coaching?
Changing people's life, my brother.
Mm.
It does change my life, and it does change people's life.
Yeah,
It is, you know, whatever you fight, you know, I believe everyone has a fight they go through, and this thing, it does help you, you know, it give you discipline, it give you courage, it just makes you go, you know.
Mhm.
That's what I like boxing. That's what while doing this, you know, alhamdulillah, thank God, you know, we get paid. But what is better than getting paid, and we don't get paid that much, but better than getting paid is, you know, you're helping people. انت قاعد تسوي شغلات لله. يعني somehow you're helping people. يعني there is people will come to you يعني will tell you والله أنا وزني ما عمره تغير ونفسي انت قاعد تحقق له حلمه. فانت you put him in the right track. انت you change his life, then he will change people's life.
That's very true.
That's what I like in boxing. It's يعني فيها يعني انك انت تشيل الناس معك. It's not you go up alone. You take people with you. You know, that's good thing. You know, I like it. You know, somehow, you know, the fact, the idea of training people just to, you know, reach their goals, whatever it is.
You're very passionate. I can definitely.
Yeah.
Wallahi, I'm not only saying this because you're here. And if you go to Coach Tyson's classes, you'll see the passion. And you're coaching, but you're not only coaching. You're telling us how it is, and it's the reason behind it and why it's important. And then you're also building confidence, because boxing builds confidence. Any martial arts builds confidence.
Yes.
But the way a coach does it يعني it's very important to connect life in general, which you do,
Yes.
and the boxing
Yeah,
class in general.
100%.
So it becomes something that you're connected to, and then you
Yes.
start building yourself up.
And this is what pushes people, you know, like if I'm talking to you from sport يعني level, like you will get better endurance, you get, you know, you will get to a limit, you know,
It's true.
of motivation. Now I'm telling you about life, you know. Tomorrow this thing will help you to fight through life, you know. Like you will be multitask. You will be multitask because you know when you fight in the ring, you know, you punch, you still defense, you focus with your opponent, you hear your coach. It's a multitask thing.
You're multitasking
So
for
it's
sure.
like it has a good things, you know, to give to the people. And I really, you know, like I fall in love with the sport. That's why, like, I take it as a thinking sport. If I do something, you see, you know me, guys, you see me, I explain what I do it. Like, I will tell you, your opponent will try to do this. You gotta do this because I saw myself, you know. And every time, you know, like, who was on a fight in Al Ittihad? You remember Yusuf? Yusuf was in a fight in Al Ittihad. I hope he can hear us or see us. Yusuf the Gear. So, Yusuf was in the ring. So Yusuf, one of the guys, he used to hear me. You know, like this guy, he focus. So he's a southpaw. You know, I saw the opening when I told you, you know, because always the scenarios in my head. I saw the opening. I told Yusuf, 2 hook 2, and I still got the video. 2 hook 2. Yusuf, as soon as I said 2 hook 2, he landed it.
Boom, boom, boom.
He knocked him. He stopped him. He counted for it. Now he started counting. So that's the thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
100%.
Yeah, so it's like I like the way, like for me, like I like somehow the way I teach because it's like I'm trying to help people mentally and physically, you know, both.
What brought you into boxing, type?
Oh yeah, I was like, I was a fat kid. Fat, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was obese. I was a fat kid. You know, people make fun of me and stuff. But the funny thing, I was always fighting. I've never let anybody say shit about me. I'll fight. You know, I don't know how to fight. I'm a fat. I fight. Even if I get hit, I fight. You know, so alhamdulillah, and from young age, you know, alhamdulillah, I was like brave, you know, to do these things. Like, I didn't have nothing to lose, you know, I was fat. But the only thing was important to me until now. It's like I say, it's my honor. I don't want nobody to own me. You know, if I go to school, someone is bullying you, he owes you until you just break it, you know. So I don't want nobody to own me. I would just like, you know, I always, since I was young, like I believe in this stuff, and I don't want nobody to touch my area, my respect, my honor, my these things. So my I used to look at it at the TV, and then my cousin actually introduced me to it. So he was a boxer. He showed me, like, I fall in love with it once I saw it. So now here's the funny story. I start watching YouTube boxing. So you know, the fact is, I wanted to go to a boxing gym. It was like at that time 350. And this gym still until now it's open. I didn't have money to afford it. So I went to YouTube. I start YouTube. I went to train on the trees in Baladia, palm trees, and then jumping rope. I start to learn whatever I see in YouTube, right? So I went to other gym. I saw the legendary place, which is like, we will talk about him, Abbas Bando. So I went, I checked on internet, I saw Abbas Bando. I went there. It's like, alhamdulillah, I could afford that month 250. Like, I just went to my mom, please, that just this time, you know. All right, so I went with Abbas. First day I went to the gym, he made me spar, and actually he said for me, you have good hands. And then from here, like the idea of working hard got built into me, you know.
Discipline.
Like, yeah, discipline and work hard, you know, because I was working hard. I never entered the gym. Now I went to the gym. I fought with a guy, not experienced guy. It's like a guy, he was there like for 1 month, 2 months, you know, but he's doing like a full martial art. I was doing boxing. He did this for us boxing. So I was good at it, you know. I pushed him outside the dojo, and you know, I was dominating in the fight. So from this, like, I got to Abbas Bando. From here, like, my boxing career, like, I started to be a boxer, let's say. Yeah.
And how has that helped you in your life؟ يعني ساعدك ازاي البوكسينج، الملاكمة، وعباس باندو؟
شوف عباس باندو. شوت اوت عباس باندو. الله يسهل عليه مدربنا. شوف، اول شهر كنت قادر ادفع. ثاني شهر I don't have money now. I went to the coach. Abbas, طبعا him, and there is also Abdullah Sinani, and there's one of the, or my father is Abbas, like he is the one, Abbas. So I went to him, I told him, coach, I don't have money, okay, but I really like the sport, and I believe I will be something. This guy, this coach, he never shut his door upon us. His door was always open for everyone, and he was teaching us from God. You know, this guy was taking care of us like their kids. You know, so you know, like this is, and he always teaching us a good morals. Like if you go look at the bando sport, it's like very nice martial art. It's like it came from the war, you know, and it contains a lot of good deeds. It's like you know how the samurai school built, and these places like bando school built.
It's like a dojo.
Oh, yeah, on a some good morals, you know. So he taught us the bando morals, and I graduated the free hand fighting system. He taught me the bull system, which how to use the elbow while defending and stuff. So that's it. So like Abbas gave us everything, you know. And then from there, after like like I reached a point, I told Abbas, you know, like coach, I don't know if I have to say this or not, but he will not be sad from it. So I said, coach, you know, I just wanna go to fights and stuff. So first fight, he let me go with another coach. He's supposed to be there, you know. I wanted him to be there, but Coach Abbas, he don't like to go to fights, you know. So we went. Alhamdulillah, we won this championship I told you about, gold. Me and one of my friend Yusuf, and then we came back to Abbas. Abbas congratulate us, and then I had my next fight. My next fight was a problem. So 2011, and I'm talking to you all time back. And 2011, there was no martial art in UAE. Like 3 gyms that knows martial art. Yeah, it was like rare, you know, to find it. And then, you know, nobody. It's like fights is not. Yani, it's like it's a when you talk about the sport to someone, يعني يقول لك ضرابة. لعب شوارع, ضرب شوارع. No. It's a sport, you know. Now they know. Now everyone knows about it.
Yeah, for sure.
And they like it as well.
100%.
So these places, it was like they serve alcohol in it and stuff, you know. So I appreciate and respect Coach Rafat for this. Coach Rafat told me I will never go to these places, Muhammad. But you know, I'm always with you inside. You know, you fight. You know, I taught you what you have to learn. You know, you just go to the ring and apply what I've ever teach you. You are on your own.
So he didn't want to go because there was alcohol in those events.
Yes, he was a religious man, and I, you know, one of the nicest thing that happened during the classes, we stopped the class for a prayer.
Okay, yeah.
The whole class stopped for a prayer.
That's discipline.
Yes, like this guy's like, I will never find someone. I like if I actually I sent him a message before like 1 month. You know what I told him? I told him if I ever want to be like someone, I want to be like you. Yeah. This man is the fighter in my eye. Like if you tell me what's your favorite fighter, I'll tell you Abbas Bando, then Tyson.
100%.
Yeah. So that's from here we start to fight. Like before it was KO gym. They used to organize the fights. KO promotion. So I took the state title. I had fights in Malaysia. طبعا a lot of sparring. Like you can a lot, but not normal sparring. It's like heavy sparring. Whenever I went to go sparring, it's like I fight. You know,
100%.
Yeah, 100% we go. And I used to fight against heavyweights. I like them. I like them because you know when you get hit. This, by the way, heavyweight. You know when you get hit, you feel it. You know, this reminds you that not every mistake you can repair. There is mistakes you can't. You know, so you gotta stay in the game. You gotta stay focused. Don't allow the mistakes or anything to just get in. You know, you know what I mean. So in my record, I have like 9 fights, 7, 2 losses.
So 2 losses.
Yeah, 5 knockouts, 2 losses. 2 losses. I'm not gonna do like what the people say, but for me, I believe it was not fair when I fought this guy from Uzbekistan. So we wanted to watch the video again to see the points. He won by points, they said. So we want to see the video. You know what they said? You know, just forget about the video, forget about everything. We give you a shot for the title, for the state title.
Ooh.
And I took it. And I took the state title. So it was for me. Thank God. And then the next one against the French guy. This is before my last fight. The French guy, you know, we talked about, you know, the weight which should be 79. اوكي حسن انت جيتني. حسن انا قلت لك انت 79 بتلعب الوزن. اذا طلعت فوق ال 79 انت وزنك 83 82 انت شو ما حتلعب على الحزام
المفروض
فايت عادي.
اوكي.
So what they did والله حسن the same day طبعا you know how weight loss go. Our fights used to be in the same day. So they weigh me in the same day and I fought at the same day without eating, without nothing.
Oh yeah, this used to be the old style.
I remember I drank and ate before like 2 hours of the fight. Like I said, like, and then I swear to God, when I entered the ring, like I was tired.
Tired for sure.
I was running. I was so and then, but I did good. You know, like when I went down, alhamdulillah, like people was cheering me up and stuff. You know, like they like the heart, the way I fought. And one thing about my career, like alhamdulillah, and this is from him only. I've been through fights everywhere. Alhamdulillah, like I've in the ring, I've never touched the ground, brother.
Nice.
Alhamdulillah. Like I used to have like you know I will get conscious and I will just lose my balance, but I'll just go to the rope. Like I will not allow myself. Like inside me while I'm fighting, I'll tell myself, you know, if you fall down, you're gonna see hell when you go back home.
So there's always a warrior inside you that does not allow you to fall.
See, the thing is, it everything should start from inside. You know, if inside you will not move, you nothing will do. You know,
100%. So to summarize, you went into boxing because you were bullied as a child, and then you picked up bando boxing, or sorry, bando gym, right?
See, yeah, but I'll tell you something. It's not because I was bullied. It's because I was bullied and
you wanted to.
And one thing, yeah, I was not. Nobody noticed me. You know, you know when you're fat and you know nobody want to chill with you. Nobody, you know, you're nothing. You're nothing. So nobody wanted me. And then the funny thing is, after alhamdulillah I reached who I am, I stayed the same. I don't want people. You know, like I stayed independent of myself.
Very independent.
That's what I like, and I don't like if people like me or not. You know, now, but before, you know, because as a kid, 14 years old, you know, I want to have friends. I want to have, you know, why I am, you know, the only, you know, and you know. Kids like other, you know, good kids and the good-looking kids and funny kids and stuff. I was fat.
You wanted something for yourself.
Yes. So I was like, I said, you know, this is me. Yes. Like when I did boxing, I said, that's
this me. This is why I want to.
Yes.
Be. And then you picked up. You went and you got introduced to Bandos system. It's taught you discipline and a lot of that warrior spirit. Yes. What would you tell kids? Let's say you want to give advice to someone who's being bullied at school, child who's being bullied at school. What's your advice?
For me, martial arts. Any kind of martial arts you do. Martial arts. Kids, especially kids, you know, when you put kids in a martial arts, you know, you give them discipline, give them the self-confidence they need. You know, that they are, you know, they're okay. Wherever they are, they're okay. They don't have to be afraid or to watch something, you know, to watch over something. So, I advise, yani, the parents, take your kids to martial art. Any kind of martial art, Muay Thai, boxing, kickboxing, whatever it is. This will have like 60% effect on his personality. You know, when he grew up, he will become a man.
Or a woman.
Or a woman, yeah. So it's both gender, yeah. Especially for women. Women should have self-defense. Like, if we have to have it 50%, they have to have it 100%. Because, you know, like, she have to be able to protect herself, you know, wherever she is, you know. So, I recommend, you know, I highly recommend martial arts. Whether it's boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, it's like, it does affect mentally, especially mentally and physically upon the person, you know. So it does change lives, you know. I can say it because I saw it, you know. I saw it through my life, you know. I can say it, you know. I can tell you, like, this thing happened, yeah, because I saw it in my life. Like, I should not be here, you know. I should be dead, you know. And there is some elements, you know, subhanAllah. It's God, and then the elements involved that helped you, pushed you, you know.
Push forward.
Yeah.
Push forward for sure. So it's building confidence through martial arts.
Yeah, self-defense, confidence, strength, you know, have a fear, but have courage over fear. So if someone tells you, I don't fear nothing, or I'm not afraid, that's a lie. It's courage. What, you know, how I'm gonna test you as a fighter if I didn't see how much you're afraid and whether you went into it or you just back out. That's how I'll test you, you know. It's like courage, fear is there. No, courage will make you go to death.
How do you build courage?
By doing it over and over. You know what you're afraid of. Do what you're afraid of. Like I'm afraid of getting hit. Just get hit. I'm afraid of like recently when I did my motorcycle accident. You know, after 1 month, like I've been in I've been in bed for a month. You know, I got up, like I start walking and stuff. First thing I did, you know what? First thing I did, motorcycle, 250. Break the fear. Break the fear. I'm not gonna let this, you know, control me all my life. You know, I went and I drove motorcycle again and again and again. So anything you want to build courage over something, you know, do the thing that makes you afraid.
Until
That's
break it.
reality. Yeah.
What about discipline? Because to be able to keep doing the thing that you are afraid of most, motivation will not take you anywhere.
Yes.
Like,
Discipline.
what's your take on discipline? How do you build discipline? What is discipline to you?
Discipline. It's something hard to maintain. It's something very hard to maintain. But if you maintain, it will take you to a levels you will never dream that you will be there. Discipline is something, it's like a sword that it has like two blades. Whether you use it for you or against you. If you use it for you, it's gonna do the work for you, you know? Like it will let you go, come, let's go to the gym today, let's go tomorrow, let's go. You have a fight, you're gonna be someone. Like this is what I've been telling myself when I was young, you know. By the way, before I fight, before I took my title, everyone doubted me. You will never be someone. You will never. You go to the ring, they will hit you in the ring. I said no. I believe in myself. One second thing, I know that I've been working hard. I know the discipline I have. I put everything in it. So the idea is how to maintain the discipline level. It's always like, for me, like always try to put some small plans. Sometimes I do scenarios in my head. Like for real, like sometimes I do for discipline. I used to do scenarios in my head. Like let's say I'm sitting down like this. See, in my head, you know, if you did not train today, you know, whatever you did in your life does not mean nothing to me. I'm talking to myself. Like I remember a run. I had a run 10 kilometers. So I reached 5 kilometers. My leg was broken. I'm 100 kilo, Hassan, and my bones like it's gonna crack. I reach kilo 6. My brain, discipline. Like I'll talk نرى quote as I said it. حمود إذا ما كملت ال10 كل إشي سويته في حياتك ما بهمني أنت ولا إشي بالنسبة لي. And I did finish the 10.
So it's
أنا وقت أنا بعدين صرت أعرج ثاني يوم. صرت أعرج ثاني يوم. It's not a smart thing to do. But I'm telling you how يعني there is a strength for the brain and discipline. يعني brain, if you want to use the brain, you have to be disciplined. Because by يعني applying discipline, you're applying it in the right way, in the right things, which is gonna take you steps up.
Step by step.
Yeah.
Also, I was watching one of the podcasts by Joe Rogan, and I forgot who it was. I think it was Peter Atiyah. And they were talking about find the, how can I say, find the good about the process. Find the good, or not the good. Find the what you like about the process. Yani, you look at it not I want to do this because at the end I'm gonna reward myself. Instead, no. Your reward is the discipline, is the effort. Look at the effort. Look at the discipline in the effort, because, or look at the dopamine that comes to you from the effort that you put in it. Because the more you say, oh, I'm doing this, or I'm gonna stay disciplined, and then I'm gonna have one day to reward myself, then your process becomes, you don't enjoy the process and you're only looking forward for the result or the reward.
Yes.
Continue, because that is your reward. The effort, the discipline, and the things, the benefits that come from the discipline.
Yeah.
But it's so difficult to maintain or to start that.
This was also Kobe Bryant view. You know, Kobe Bryant, actually, he said this, you know, he said, like, enjoy the journey. It's not about, he said, it's not about something like, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey.
It's about the journey.
Enjoy it, you know, it is, you know, like if you tell me now, go back 14 years old, you want to do it again, I'll tell you I'll do it again and again and again, with everything involved in it.
100%.
Because it was like every moment of it was fun, you know, somehow. Loss was fun, you know. win was fun. Everything was fun.
It's the journey.
Yeah, so you need to enjoy it, and you need to know that you're doing something for tomorrow. It's just you're building a home for yourself. When you grow up,
100%.
something.
So what's your mindset going into discipline, going into challenges, going into fights? What's your mindset? What do you do?
Die before you give up.
Mm.
And in my brain, whenever I do something and it comes to me, for me, I would rather to die than not doing it. Giving up is not an option. I'll tell you something. I don't care. You got tired. I don't care what you do.
Mm.
One punch is enough for me to show me that you're still there. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So, it's like as they say it, Martin Luther King said, if you can't walk, crawl. If you can't crawl, whatever happens, by any means, he said, keep walking. So that's the thing. Don't let the barrier, خلاص, into that there is an end. There is no end in a human. What the capabilities of us ourselves. There is no end. If you believe in something, you can do. There is small stations, small things that varies. Like you might lose, something happen to you and stuff. But this does not mean you can't complete the journey. No, you could. So discipline in your brain, it should be like do it or die. That's it. There is no between. I can't do it tomorrow. Like if you go back to me, like Hassan, if you go back to me when I was fighting, I can't do it tomorrow. You don't tell me I do it tomorrow. I used to walk like 5 kilometers to go to the gym, finish the gym, go back to the home 5 kilometers. Sometimes I go run, sometimes I go back walking. I was like, khalas, it's like whether I do it or I not, khalas. There is nothing in between. So in your brain, whatever you go through, fight, exam, whatever, I'm gonna do this. There is nothing. Like it's not an option. It's like I'm not considering it.
There's no option of quitting.
Like when I go to the fight, I don't care if I win or lose. I'm just gonna go and fight.
Right.
That's it. So the result, whatever happened, the result, it's up to God. It's a result. But upon you did what you have to do. Your end, you fulfilled your end. That's right. Yes.
So it's no option. You don't give yourself option of quitting. You don't give yourself another option to think about. It's do or die, do or that's it. This is who I am. And for people that say, what's the point or why are you putting yourself through this? When I used to have that discipline, remember when I used to have that discipline in boxing, I used to run.
Yes.
I used to come running from, it was like, from Marina Square where we are to Primal Gym. I think
5 or 4?
5 or, I think 5 or 6 actually.
5 or 6, yeah.
5 or 6. And I used to run it.
Yes.
Going because that's it. I just feel there's something that's something in me telling me that's it. There's no option. There's no option of thinking about, just take a taxi. It was no, that's it. I'm running today. That's it. If you ask me why, I'll tell you because this is how it's done.
Yeah.
This is it. This is what I want to do. I need to find that discipline again.
Yes.
Oh my
that's
gosh.
Now when we reach this point, I was going to tell you, like I lost some of it. If you don't hold on to this discipline,
Right.
it will go.
It'll go.
For me, I'm telling you, I'm not like the man I am before now. I'm just, you can go back to it. It's easy to go back to it if you use the right methods, to go through it.
What are some methods to go through? How do you bring it back? That's one of the most important questions.
If I would ever do it again, you do it as you did the first time. This is because you know the journey, how the journey went. It's hard, then it's good, then it's beautiful. So you know that, I'm gonna go through a hard time now. It's okay, no problem. Handle it. Okay, now you reach to the good time. Yeah, alhamdulillah, I reached to. So the first method is you know what you're going through. So this half of the burden. يعني خلاص انت I will get tired. Okay, I will. خلاص. Okay, you'll know that you'll cut food. You'll cut. So now it's easy work. Before we used to, okay, what should we eat? What we should train? Now we know everything.
Now you kind of know.
It's easy work. Now we just discipline, just
do
repetition.
it.
Like believe me, just get into the 4th week of discipline, and like use when you train in boxing. I want you, if you want the discipline, like I do this for myself. Like if I hit the bag, I hit a human. When I fight, when I do shadow, like someone in front of me, just like go back, go into it like you're fighting tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm fighting. So it's just gonna make you go hard and hard and hard. You not stop. And of course go on a good schedule. of eating and recovery and training and so that's what I'm planning to do actually from starting from next week.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I'm going back to fight.
You're going back to
I
fight.
might
Oh, I can't wait to watch you.
I might get back to
Inshallah.
the ring. Yeah. So you was there, you know, when Coach Johar came to us. By the way, he's a Palestinian.
Shout out to Coach Johar.
Yeah.
I'll put a link below to his web or his Instagram account as well.
Yeah.
Champion.
He's world champion.
World champion.
MashaAllah, Arab.
3 times, I think.
What an honor, huh?
What an honor for sure.
MashaAllah, yeah.
What an honor. Palestinian world champion in
MashaAllah.
boxing. And I remember he said something to me. He's like, what was he? He's like, you just need to lose weight. Your form, your technique is very good. Coming from a world champion, I'm like, yo,
that's nice.
I need to get back into it.
Yeah, and then you know, you remember when I talked to him, I told him I'm thinking about getting back in fights. You know, he told me, you know, I got some people there in the US and stuff. So brother, you know, like it's been always in my heart, you know,
100%.
and I am stronger fighter than I was before. Before, if you tell me now, if I go me against me before, like I would be.
You'll eat him.
I'll beat me by being smart.
Yeah,
you know, by being smart.
You have the brain.
Yeah, and using the right plans. So inshallah, you know, that's the plan. You know. Inshallah, we start again training and
100%.
Good news is coming up, inshallah.
Inshallah, yalla, take me with you with regards to the running, to the discipline again. I need to start.
Yeah, maybe we can also work together, you know.
I'm happy to run with you to train again as before.
We should do this actually.
We should.
Yeah.
I'm down.
On the at least if we get twice a week, me and you, and then whatever high upon us, you know, we train a lot, and then 2 days we work out together.
I'm down for sure. Gotta go back into the motivation and the discipline and the consistency.
Inshallah.
It's just the food, man. The food is so difficult.
I have a problem.
Food is difficult. Boxing, I know you do personal training.
Yeah.
And coaching. So where can we find you for personal training?
Wallah, recently, Hassan, I've been teaching in Performance Boxing Studio.
Shout out to Performance Boxing. I'll put the link below as well.
Coach Lucian.
Coach Lucian there. I'm going to have Coach Lucian come.
Yeah.
So this is a shout out. If Coach Lucian, you're watching this, this is a shout out to you to come through to the podcast and let's talk about Performance Boxing.
Yeah. So I'm doing it there now. To be honest, I don't know how long I'll be there because like I've moved to Mohammed bin Zayed now.
But that's where we can find you, Coach. Yeah. So you're doing your training at Performance Boxing
Studio. Yeah. So I'm there now. You know, and it's in Najda Street. Yeah.
Najda Street, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an awesome gym. Honestly, if I want to say something about Performance Boxing, it's an old school.
Yeah, it's a boxing gym.
Boxing gym. It's
like,
this
no
is
messing
where
we came from. Yeah, that's like it's like even the smell of it. It's like boxing. That's boxing. You know.
100%. It's you walk in, you see the ring, you see the boxing bags. There's no messing around. The speed bag. There's the wall mount. So it's not an Instagram gym. It's a boxing.
It's a nice boxing gym. Yes,
for sure.
And with a good management and nice management. You know,
100%. You have Coach Lucian at 5 p.m. You have Coach Grease.
Yeah, nice coach.
We have you. And then I think there's Coach Ryan. Coach Ryan. I haven't met Coach Ryan.
Me too. Yeah.
He comes in the morning, so there's it's a good place for sure. Yeah. Do you do personal training as well? Outside.
So outside, whatever. It's like whether it's some people if they have a gym or something, or whether it's outdoors. So it's like according to the like we talk about it like economically according to the customer needs. Like if they want outside, we go outside. Like
100%.
Gym, whatever. It's like easy. It's easy. You know, boxing is mostly it's upon the coach himself, you know.
True.
So it's like to throw punches, the pads, holding the pads, the form of the punch, you know.
100%.
So you can do it anywhere.
100%. 100%. Yeah. So where can we reach you?
Yeah. Actually, next Instagram. Actually, like recently, Instagram. I've been there, you know, on Instagram, like So on my page, Ayoub Tyson.
Coach Ayoub Tyson. We'll put it down in the link description below. Coach Ayoub Tyson. That's where we can reach you for boxing tips, boxing classes, and then Performance Boxing for the classes itself. With the class, we're about our usual after Ramadan. I think it's at 8 p.m. So
we 7
p.m. Sorry, 7 to 8 p.m. I forget because it's been a long time. I need a discipline. 7 to 8 p.m. with Shaquille and the boys as well, and everybody there. Mariam, Yusuf, Omar. And shout out to Omar as well because I want to have Omar come.
That's nice. For sure.
It's a nice thing. So the difference between I see boxing method and classes like or just going to the gym. يا boxing and classes like boxing, martial arts, or hatta if you go into other classes where there's community, you get a sense of community.
Yeah.
You're going to boxing gym, everybody there is going with the same mindset. They want to go box. Fam? So you can relate to other people, you can talk to other people, even if you just talk about boxing, you create friends, you make friends, you create a community, and that gives you confidence to continue as well.
You build brothers, and I built a father.
Mm-hmm.
I had a father now, like from boxing.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
coach is my father.
100%.
I love my father, and he's like في مقام والدي يعني.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
It's like I got a father, and then there is brothers.
Brothers and sisters.
Yeah, from the gym, you'll know them. You'll spar them. You'll help them. Do this, do this.
Yeah.
So it becomes like I take care of you, you take care of me. We watch each other back.
100%. 100%. I will never forget the day. I forgot his name. He was, if you remember Primal Gym, he was Australian. He was a coach, BJJ. Or MMA, sorry, MMA coach.
Yeah, I remember him.
Anyways, I totally forgot.
Christopher?
I think it was Christopher.
Yeah.
He was an older guy.
Yeah, old guy.
So I remember one day I was in the car. This was way back. I was in the car and I was parked to the side, and then someone was tailgating me and flashing. Taban, it was my friend. I didn't know. So I stopped on the side. He stopped on the side. I came out and I was like, what's going on? Coach Christopher stopped the car. We're on the way to Primal. Hassan, are you okay? And then I saw my friend. I'm like, yeah.
Good man. Good man.
He was gonna come and he's
Good
gonna
man.
screw
Respect. Respect, man. Respect.
Yeah,
Respect.
it's a community that you build. Yeah,
we look for each other,
Mm.
So you're not alone. That's when you're in a boxing gym, you're not alone. There is people there.
100%. So, Coach, what's your favorite quotes, or one or two quotes that you know that you always go and live by?
Yeah, see, like I have a lot of good quotes. Like I really like, especially the samurai ones. Like there is a million way to the top of the mountain. So it's like this, like from the samurai perspective, and there is like mostly the quotes I like samurai, but I like especially two quotes. One of them I started my life with. It's Jack Dempsey. He said, "Champion is someone who gets up when he can't."
A champion is someone who gets up
when he can't.
When they can't.
Okay, and then he said something else. He said something very beautiful as well. He said that a dream is something that nobody sees except you. So from young age, like I was late to these quotes. And there is Kobe Bryant, one of his best quotes. He said, "Rest at the end, not in the middle."
So the quote that you mentioned that I really like was, "Nobody can see the dream except for you." And it's true, because you're going to be dreaming and I want to be this and I want to be that. And you go tell people might laugh at you.
Of course. They will laugh
at you.
Yeah, brother.
Like they laughed at you until you got the belt.
Yes, that's right. 100%. And some people, and some of them, like they're from your family and stuff, So it's like close to you, So that's the thing, So just this dream, just keep it, work for it. That's the thing. You don't keep it and talk about it. No, work for it. Instead of talking about it, walk, Like the effort you're gonna do while you're talking, do it in training, brother.
100%.
Just share with yourself the moments.
100%. And don't rest in the middle.
Rest at the end.
Rest at the end. Rest
in peace, Kobe. Yeah. Rest in peace, Kobe.
So ending the podcast, man, it was lovely to have you. But before we end, is there anything you want to tell the viewers?
Yeah, actually, after all these years of boxing, what I learned is you gotta depend on yourself. That's what boxing teaches you. You gotta depend on yourself, and don't wait nothing from nobody. If you have a food, you have a food. If you don't have a food, boxing and life will teach you to shut up until there is food in your table. You don't go ask for it. Just fight for it. You know what I mean? So from this, we could say that you have to always take care of yourself and depend on yourself. The only hand should touch your shoulder is your hand. Your hand. Your hand should not touch anybody's shoulder. It should touch your shoulder. خلاص, you should depend on yourself. خلاص, in life, because you might find yourself in a situation where you're alone, really alone now. Now, what are you gonna do? If you used to be depending on people and calling people to go back to them, this is what you're gonna do. But if you used to depend on yourself, then this is what will come out. The fighter in you. Being independent, being having a good morals. And one more thing, we need people to help people, we need people to pick people up. We don't need people to put people down. This is what, just, as many boxing gyms as we have in UAE. I love this, and I respect every boxing gym in UAE, and I appreciate their school because they bring the sport I love into the country. And I know it's their school, and there is million school in boxing. There is multiple schools, and it's all right. There is nothing wrong. It's how you teach it, right? But we need to bring this sport up, by helping each other, bring fighters, and then take them to the other level, to the next level. That's what we want. And last thing we say, يعني إن شاء الله يبارك لكم في الشهر الكريم، وإن شاء الله يا رب يكون خير وبركة عليكم. وظل 20 يوم على العيد.
Almost 20 more days, inshallah. Coach, it was lovely to have you. And just on that note, 100%, let's pick each other up. Let's all go towards a common goal. And self-discipline and self-independence is important, or being dependent on oneself is important. And not only because of the hard times, but also because, I believe that once you maintain that independence, you are able to help others.
Yes.
So not only be independent, but also be independent, but help others in the process.
For sure.
Pick other people up in the process. And there was one thing I also wanted to say was, you and the warrior mentality is you don't find a lot of people with that. It's a warrior mentality.
Yeah.
You don't find a lot of people with warrior mentality, and going into hardship and challenges, you need that warrior mentality.
I mean, like, if you think about that, being fighting since I was 14 years old, I was a kid fighting grown men,
100%.
I had to be a warrior, if I had to show no weakness. If they saw weakness, they would put me down. I was a kid, brother. I was 16 years old, 24, 25. So, and that's what you said is right, being independent. Same time, we have to help each other. It's the whole point of the whole thing is helping each other.
100%.
That's it,
Ramadan Kareem, guys.
Ramadan Kareem.
ومبارك عليكم الشهر, and let's get ready for Eid in 20 more days. Coach, it was lovely to have you. There you go. See you guys on the next one. Get out of here. Thank you for watching the Hassan Saad Show. If you want to support this channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so whenever I upload, you'll get notified.